Hello and welcome back to ManVFilm. It's another Blu-ray pickup video and we're going to start off with one that I'm not actually sure if I've shown you guys already or not. You can let me know. I've already got a review up for Murphy's Law, a great Charles Bronson movie from the mid-80s, from the canon era of films. You get Kathleen Whitlow as a wonderfully full-mouthed teenager, and you get Carrie Snodgrass as a terrific bad guy in this movie. It's just typical Bronson 80s stuff, but that's not a detractable comment. That's not putting it down. That is saying that this is a shorthand into the kind of movie. Grizzled cop put against the odds, having to fight back. It's great, and it does tremendously well at what it's trying to do. Next up, another 88 Films movie is Humanoids from the Deep. You guys talked me into picking it up because I was on the fence about this one, and I am so glad that you did. This Roger Corman produced movie from 1980 is all kinds of wonderful, mixing the sensibilities of late 60s monster movies like Sting of Death, but bringing it up to 80s sensibilities with gore, exploitation, extra boobs, the all kind of things that make those movies tick, and it is wonderfully effective. I thought the way it ramps up is really great. I thought the fact that it had a little bit of an ecological message behind it was kind of fun. It's a nice addition, not necessary, but I appreciate they've put that effort into it. I think the effects are particularly wonderful, and that finale was really unexpected, really energetic and chaotic, and wonderful way to finish the movie. Next up, we have the Lucky Stars trilogy from Eureka. Now, I've watched all three of these movies. They are particularly fun, but they all kind of have the same formula as you go through it. They feel tonally strange as they have two stories vying for attention. You've got the Lucky Stars, who are all kind of buffoonish, a little bit like the Stooges, comedic, who are all sexually repressed and just looking to grope women at any chance they can get. And then you've got the other story with Muscles, which is usually Jackie Chan's character, having amazing fight scenes, trying to catch a bad guy of sorts. The comedy's sometimes funny, sometimes it goes on a little bit too long and is a little bit too repetitive. The action fight scenes are just simply jaw-dropping every time they appear. Great films that are both kind of funny, really entertaining in the action sense, and one that I would highly recommend picking up. It's a wonderful little set. Next up, we have number 244 from the Masters of Cinema collection, which is V, which was a really great kind of horror movie, really punchy runtime, really great visually, one that starts off a little bit slow and then just explodes into awesomeness. I love the idea of a priest tormented by a dead witch that kind of goes through this one. I think it was really interesting. It felt a lot visually, in moments like some of Quaiden, not as visually strong as that, but it just felt a little bit in that kind of ethereal fairy tale kind of quality, you know, not quite reality, but something really interesting. And last up, I got the Nightwing Shadow of the Hawk double pack. I like this. I like this idea of a double feature. I didn't think I was going to. The two movies are on the one disc. The transfers are excellent, even though they're probably compressed to be on there. You don't notice any of that in the transfer. I thought it was really great. They're tied together thematically by being Native American themed, which I kind of liked. And they're two very different movies. One's a kind of man versus nature story, and one is a more supernatural element, and they're both really good. Nightwing is kind of interesting, in one of those movies that finds its feet the further it goes on. Starts off a little bit ropey, trying to get all the characters laid down and the situation set, but it moves into a really thrilling climax. Shadow of the Hawk is just awesome from the start and was my kind of weird movie about cults, witches from the 16th century fighting back against generational people who put her to death or locked her away, whatever. And it's just really fun, and it has Jan Michael Vincent, which is always good. I really liked that. I thought it was a wonderful movie. So that's some recent pickups that I've got. Turn it that way and you can actually see the titles, maybe get that cover in. And yeah, I'm really happy with these wonderful releases. I'm going to be taking it a little bit slow on some pickups. There's not really much coming out for the next couple of weeks, so I'll get to save some pennies. Except the Arrow sale is coming on Tuesday, I believe. I'm going to have to be careful with that one. Finances are running a little bit dry, but we'll see if I can pick up anything. I'd love to know what you've picked up recently, or if there's anything that you've got comments on in the movies I've picked up. You can let me know in the comment box. And I'll see you next time on ManVFilm.